Good morning, everyone. And by morning, I mean afternoon or morning, wherever you are. I'm Jack, Panda, obviously, and welcome back to Endwalker. And it's very quiet because I haven't got the music turned on. There we go. I think that's good enough. All right. Hey, Ayuna, you okay? How is everyone this morning? You're still in the queue. Why am I not surprised? I set an alarm this morning to get me up at 9:30 so that I could actually... And that's after going to bed at like 3 a.m. because I wanted to make sure that I got up early enough to log in without issues. So I've been in all morning, just doing different things in the meantime until this point. Oh, poor Yun. It's what you get for celebrating Christmas. You should be like me and just be like, bah, humbug. My mum dropped off a blanket yesterday, which is why I wasn't streaming past a certain time. And because we were like watching TV and stuff together. And she brought over this big blanket. So now instead of sitting here in my bathrobe with like a duvet cover and a hot water bottle, I've just got this blanket which is much, much more fluid to use. Because the duvet is big and thick. This is thin, but it's very, very fuzzy and warm. So I'm just enjoying that. And sad that I don't have a keyboard and a mouse underneath the blanket so I can just stay in it permanently. So I might actually have to wear my bathrobe as well so that I can keep my arms warm. But for now at least, I'll just have to make do. Anyway. So, we're just about to head to the first. And I'm excited because it means we get to see Reen again. So, let's get to it. They do have the snuggly blankets with arms, but I don't think they'd be as cozy as this. Sadly. This is very cozy. I can't describe just how warm and fluffy it is and how much better it is than the duvet I was using. But maybe that's what I'll ask for. I'll ask for a Snuggie for Christmas and see how that turns out. Grahatia has something he wishes to give you. What are you going to give me? Take this, Rarakumo, my spirit vessel. I didn't know you felt that way. Anyway. Give it to me. Gonna go on a little trip. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's systems in the umbilicus. And I would totally accept it. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the ascents or great gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Yay. Well, we'd best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Yeah, I think my arms are already getting cold, so I think I'm going to ask for a Snuggie for Christmas. And then I'll wrap myself up in both blanket and Snuggie. Be a permanent, fluffy, blanketed cloud of warmth. Anyway. Speak with Lion. Oh, okay, so we just have to return to Novrant. Fort Job. Crystarium. I think it's probably going to be cheaper for me to just warp straight to the Crystarium. Or to Fort Job. Rather than going from Yulmore to Fort Job. Hi, Calf. How you doing? You said your model's done. You're here, but you're not. Oh, it's okay. I'm only here half the time anyway. In terms of clarity and awareness. Why would I go to Gilmore? Because that's where my thingy is registered at. And if I'm trying to save money, I usually go to wherever is closest and then take another little leap. So, that would have been cheap. Yeah. Good luck. Hope it works out. I've not got a lurk, sadly, but oh well. It's another thing I have to sort out. Along with that, oh damn it, I meant to do that yesterday. Change the thing that would stop bots from joining to offer to sell followers to me. Right then. Lena, it's been a while. I was hoping to hear her talk again, but oh well. Rarakumo, you are returned. I am indeed. Nice to see you, my buddies. My shadow buddies. Have you been well? You and the others? We've no shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. Then things are much the same for you as they were here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. Yeah, he is. He's a buddy. He's my friend. Although I wish we could be more. He said this to you? Those exact words? Oh, to know that he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Yeah, mine too. Thank you, Rarakumo, for taking care of him. He does the same for me, so it's cool. When you next see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile a request though it is. I will. I need to change my class. And tell him all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Sounds like politics to me. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Reen came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Reen has been dedicating herself to the restoration of the empty, you see. Though it will take many long years, the goal seems to have given her a newfound sense of purpose and fulfillment. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? Of course I will. That was partially why I came. You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say. I will be along as soon as I can. Yeah. It's a shame I can't jump into the twinning as well. So I would love to go there just to hear the twinning music again. Okay, so... there we go. The Cabinet of Curiosity. I forgot that was down there. I thought we'd head straight to the tower. Oh well. Oh yeah, I need to change gear, because I'm not a black mage. Or not at this level anyway. Back to Sage. Yes, there we go. Then when I get back to level 87, I'll switch to Reaper again. Cabinet of Curiosity. Oh. The following events cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Oh, okay. So it's going to be a duty, maybe. there's a lot of those. Yeah, I bet. And now I can snuggle up again because I can just let all the text auto display. Oh no, I can't. I have to read it. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Rarakumo? Just call me Rara. I think that's just my new catchphrase now. Is just call me Rara. Aha! It is! Well, glad I am to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavours. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. Yay. Yeah, Becky is cute. There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the Knight, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? I want to say Hades, but this may come as a surprise, but I don't know, I'm stuck. I want to know which would be the best response. Is it going to be a funny answer or is it going to be a serious answer? Because I do think that Emmett Selk bore the burden of his people, and I think that was the worst, but I mean, Valkyrie was an asshole, but Hades was tough emotionally, and I mean, his basic fight wasn't all that tough, but this may come as a surprise, but truly, I never would have guessed. But then, if I could, I suppose I wouldn't have had to ask. It is a tremendously eye-opening answer, and we will see your account of this battle features prominently in the tome. Oh, for goodness sake. I know you'd love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore won't collect themselves. Damn it, I was hoping it'd be the Warrior of Light or something. Of course, and afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Who would I say? I mean, if I wasn't looking for that funny answer, I'd probably say Hades, but then again, the Warrior of Light fight afterwards was pretty heart-wrenching. You know, just because of what he was. He was like Emmett Selk, except more zealously duty-bound, I feel, in the end. Because he felt he was the good guy. But consider this. Good King Mogglemog, good King Mog, Lord of all the land. Goofo. Till next time then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself, again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes, if it takes for him to take it to heart. Good old Graha. Everyone knows that he wants to just keep doing his utmost and completely exhausting himself. Oh no, am I gonna have to answering questions? Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh, hey kids. Hey, little tiny Makote. It's him. It's really him. What are you doing here? I've never seen a little tiny Makote. If you're going into battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Oh. Have you really? Best not, Riki. You'd only give him a stomachache. Me kitten! Yay! It's a good name. It's the best name. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know what I want to be a mage, Arkil isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem right, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows a lot. He knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Aww. Ooh, why didn't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkidal best? Axe, sword, or bow? I'd probably say the bow, to be honest, because... Ooh, crap. I'd probably say the bow, just because he looks like an archer, more than anything. 4.5, okay. Checking my blood sugar. Okay. Yeah, I'd say the bow, just because he looks like someone who turned into an archer. I mean, so does he, but if he's going to be a magician. Fighting and hunting both? The bow. Bow. If you took up the bow, you could be just like... Like who? Render Ray, the Warrior of Light. Yay, that's true. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style, and maybe try something else later on, just like me. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Maybe you will. Maybe I'll kick your ass. We'll have to see. I'm sure I'll still look great when you're like 50-something, or in your 20s, beating things up. I may kick their ass. I will kick their ass. But they'll forever be more tall than me. Fair. Such fun he's been having, basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But does he spare a thought for me? Of course not. Who's being jealous now? I waited and waited and waited, but he won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is, cold and cruel and heartless. I know this voice. Don't you have more important things to do, Your Majesty? Nah. Oh, faithful Fiaul, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. If you truly missed me, you would have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though for there to be a next time, you've some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How would you know? How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Oh, wow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fey folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Sadly. But here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder, what manner of conclusion awaits at Tale's End? Me too. I'm hoping we'll save people, as we are wont to do. Yay, Reen. My apologies for the delay. Rarakumo, it's wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Should I turn off the cursor? I wasn't sure how distracting it was. Or if it's going to be more distracting now that I've mentioned it. Hello, Reen. It's already as loud as I can get without turning down my own volume, so I can't hear myself anymore. If I turn it up any more, it's going to be at max and it's going to blow my ears out. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling, like a pit in my stomach, that I was afraid that something might have happened. And maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that... I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside of me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered. as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then, the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window. To my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. It's like what we saw. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Rarakumo? What are you not telling me? I have to know. Please, it doesn't matter how terrible it is. And it is pretty terrible. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amaro has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the First. So don't worry about us. Please, look only to the threat before you. On a side note, you like her dress. Yeah, it's pretty. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learnt how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. As long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. I'm getting used to the Endwalker finishing theme now. Although all the time I'm always thinking of the do 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 from Stormblood. Green wears a look of steely resolve. You're headed to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. Do-do-ba-do-do-do. Where was it? The Dossel Gate. There we go. Hark, return to the Dossel Gate. Or is it pray, return to the Dossel Gate? Ah, Master Rakumo, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I shall show you to the ocular. What's fun? It's so fun, you know. Memories. Worrying memories.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
I do like some
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity.
Yeah, there were no voices before, so this is the first time that there are voices. In a voiced cutscene, I'll let it play out by itself, but when it's a non-speaking cutscene,
Target located in subterranean core power accumulator.
I'll make it so that I have to click it,
Projecting image.
because otherwise I can't read it quickly enough.
My home. My friends.
Elidibus.
No more than a dream.
Chicken tenders. Come
You.
ready to fry.
Why have you awakened me?
I needed to.
I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Has his voice changed?
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill.
But can you fulfill it if you're just an
Your
echo of your former self?
unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Sorry.
Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel.
And Daniel was smarter than we were led
Not
to
the
believe.
him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know.
I really need to set up a bot. Or at least set up a bot command so I can keep these things out. It's very annoying. Yeah, maybe I should set you as a mod or something. Silly bots. trying to interrupt.
The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
Oh no.
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
Huh?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility.
My past self?
And a truth that fills my heart.
My sundered self? My unsundered self?
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course.
Very small, but very cool.
You
I agree.
must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower.
Huh.
Which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy.
Ha.
As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come.
Tragically.
In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Hell yeah.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act.
Thank you, Elidibus.
You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
This would be a problem for in-character Rara, who would just stare at the console like, what? I smash things. I know cast magic.
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular.
Fade to black to to skip the obvious struggles he has. Oh, just get out the way, I'll do it.
All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
Congrats, Calf. I hope you enjoy
Why are you
it.
surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act?
I didn't know you meant it literally.
Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't stick around.
The ones I love and long to see again are waiting. In that promised land. Beyond memory and dream.
Oh.
Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Oh. Goodbye, Elidibus. Not to cut out the seriousness of the moment, but the moment I saw Rara flying through space, I thought of that that song in the meme where you just see people spinning in circles around stuff. I can't remember the name of the song. Do a flip. Doing star diving. Sputnik, that's the one, I think. Maybe. I am but a shade. Oh wow, people actually have faces now. You know, behind the masks. I'm really there. In a manner of speaking. Now just to go shuffle through all their findings. Okay. Explore the facility. Oh. Well, I meant more the meme of the song flying. But never mind. Alright, like a device. The device... I think what annoys me most is, because of my height, I have a natural disadvantage here. And the camera has to go all weird for me to actually look up at things. Everything feels bigger, but I am potato, so I can't tell. The device is reminiscent of an aetheryte. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. Hey! Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you failed to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Oh, okay. Well, fine then. Thought maybe I'd be back, but never mind. Black-robed man. Hello, buddy. Do not be afraid. I am but a ghost. But I am a friendly ghost. You may call me Raraspa, the friendly ghost. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamatorium and the recreated Amaro. It would seem you have made it to your destination. And I've already been told that I cannot greet, but never mind. In-game Rara does not listen to instructions. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Fine then. I would call him rude, except I was fully aware that that would happen. I wouldn't call Rara friendly as a menace to shins. I mean, yeah, but only if you engage that anger. The man stands dutifully by the aetheryte-like device. A guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. Yeah, I think you're right. At this height, the difference between them. Hey, he's got legs! Oh, come on, I saw legs. There we go! Look at the legs. I would be attacking his ankles. And oh wait, no, I would just barely get to his shins. They are fuzzy. And surprisingly dark-skinned. Considering... Oh wait, maybe it's just the shadow. He's got very ugly boots as well. Chandler in a Victorian era male. Show me the ankles. I want to get right up in those ankles. Yeah. Delicious. Okay. Or should I have been more like, show me your ankles, mate. Give them to me. Where's the last portal to the ocular? That's not where I want to go. Oh, there we go. Conversing woman. But if they all speak in weird Amarotine language, then I won't understand them anyway. This is the right place, yes. Propileon? Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propileon. But look at her ankles. No. I'm not a pervert. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, and seems neither does she. Besides, I've already got a good look at the other guy's ankles. They must all be the same. All Amarotine ankles. I'll run... Oh, I thought I was gonna run over here and the door would swing open, and I'd be like, that doesn't seem right. Maybe I can just pass through it. Like the ghost, I said. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? Maybe she has prettier boots. I'll leave that to the imagination. I'll leave her with the dignity that she deserves. Non-consensual ankle exploration is never a good idea.
And here we are, Elpis.
Ooh.
Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
I recognize that voice.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Yay! Hello, handsome.
Satisfied?
Little bit.
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
He is very pretty. They're both very pretty. Pretty, pretty boys. I like his eyes.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
So intense.
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd.
What's odd? Tell me. Hello? Hello there?
It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Yay.
Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Hello, Emmett.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
I'm gonna follow you. I want to be friends.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words.
Oh no. I wanted to be friends. Maybe I'll be more tangible
Why
if I
don't you
get...
give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
A friend.
Why, a dear friend.
Yay!
Of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Okay. Yeah, I love it too. This is what I was hoping for. Snap. There's our boy. That made me happy.
You may open your eyes.
I'm here. I'm whole. I just need to not change the future or the past. Sadly.
Still a touch small, don't you think?
I'll always be small.
The size befits its proportions. Besides, bigger is not necessarily better.
See? I'm perfect as is.
I will defer to your experience. Without further ado then.
He's making fun of his penis.
I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Hello, Hythlodaeus.
Sulking beside me is the most honourable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
Yay. I know.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
I'm Rarakumo. Rarakumo Nonakumo. But you can call me friend. Or
A
Rara.
fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
I'm actually from very far in the future in a shattered world. Or from a shattered dimension.
You do not know? Or cannot say?
Oh no, you...
Allow me to ask a different question then.
I'm sorry. I thought they'd fix
What
that.
brings you here?
I want to learn about Elpis. Oh good, you're still there.
Well now, the same as us.
Yeah.
Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
Yeah, that's the case. That's exactly it.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
You love me really, Emmett, and you know it.
Right you are.
I'm too cute to hate.
My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend.
I am an Asian.
And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion.
It's okay.
We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Sounds good to me.
We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide.
Then I will follow you both.
And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Thank you, Hythlodaeus. Buddy.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This Thing we know next to nothing about.
You love me, really, you grumpy old
If you
bastard.
harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
Aww. I love them both.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
Yay. Oh, it's a shame we can't meet Azim.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
Wow. It's like the city of... I mean, it's like the Sea of Clouds. Or like... No, what was the other place? What was the place that gatherers went to during the Ishgard stuff?
This presence.
No, Azizla. The place that we went to for the sake of rebuilding Ishgard.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
Oh, this was the bit that was spoiled. I saw a screenshot of this. But I didn't know that this was the context leading up to it, so I'm very happy. It didn't really get spoiled for me. There was still enough secrecy that I didn't get it completely spoiled.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Me? Oh, won't you like to know? You'll have to take more notice of me. I think I like Emmet as much as I like Grahatia. I think they're both best boy. Just best Astian and best Catboy. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as though you could just reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living things. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. And yeah, Hythlodaeus every time is like, yep, Azim's a bud, I'm gonna help him out. Hythlodaeus is cool. Maybe he likes me. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. I'm sure I will. I'm completely certain I will. Ooh, Hythlodaeus is looking you up and down. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Admittedly, having the other players around is kind of taking me out of it. I thought it was just us. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. I like that they have to look down at me. I'm like a proper familiar. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Selk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so... Do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. Nope, I can't use creation magic. No? In that case, Emmett Selk... No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're not getting another thimble of aether out of me. Huh. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. Yay. Yep, okay, now I'm into it. Hey Yun, at some point you're gonna have to fly me all around the places to get the different ether things. The ether currents. I am going to... Oh. might turn down these sound effects again, because they are very loud. And also, I need to run that one dungeon over and over again. You accidentally deleted the mouth on your model and it scared your cat. Good job. Must be quite spooky without a mouth. I just butterfly affected the world by killing it. Crap! Now when I get to the future, everyone's actually going to be mutants. Further mutants. Gonna turn down the sound effects. Actually, turn it down to 20 because they're still quite loud. Okay. Yes, these creatures should suffice. I just killed one. They are inadvertently helping me change history. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 petalodi. Petalodi. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of the user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the petalodi first. Good luck. So these things, okay. That's okay, I can do that. Pretty easy too. Yay. Okay. Just need to make sure I don't kill them, which is the important part. I don't know what an incubus does. Oh, no. I was gonna say I don't know what an incubus does, but never mind. With low die and done. Okay. Give me the cool outfit, please. Duly weakened and carefully bound, this petalodi is destined to become clothing. Yeah. Oh wait, so they're gonna die anyway. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. Yes, please, Mr. Hitho. Please give me your dress, please. Please give me a gift. I will accept anything you have to give me. There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. You turn living beings into clothing? Oh wait, won't someone be angry with us for using those creatures? Huh? Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off. And besides, we can always make more petalodi. They only need a tiny amount of ether. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at the very least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. You're such a negative Nancy for someone that liked to spend half his time trolling everyone. Emmett Selk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you're a familiar. The question is whose? Just say I'm Azim's. Oh, of course, Azim's, there we go. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. So is Azim a bit of a troll himself, just like full of antics and mishaps and mischievous behavior. Exploiting our associate's absence. For lack of his presence, absolutely. Were he here, he'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. Yay! I guess past me was a bit of a dick as well. Yay. It's no wonder I get on so well with Hitlodius. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. Sophist robe. Oh, I don't get a mask though. Oh, I wanted a mask. Aww. I wanted an Asm mask. Oh well. I guess you can't win them all, but never mind. Oh yeah, I don't get a mask, so... Oh wait, I do technically have a mask. Yay, look at that, little tiny bird mask. Just like his. I guess for mask... Oh, the point the MSQ just automatically glams it. Okay. I guess I don't need to wear my actual... I don't need to do that then. I just wear my actual gear. Okay. Tithelodius is ready to continue on if you are. If you are ready, let us continue along the path to Ananorsis. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. People just see the outfit and go, okay, this is what I'll wear now, okay. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go see. I'll just trot along on my bike. My little ether bike in the middle of this great big kingdom of all the things. Man, this is nice. This is so much better than Thavnair. This place is beautiful. Thavnair is like a crappy desert hole. I was wondering what she was examining, but it seems to be the bush itself. It's like, this is more like Charlayan. And I was super happy because I thought, oh, we're going to be stuck in Thavnair for ages. But this makes up for it. Even if Thavnair is like the Yulmore of the end game, which sucks. Oh well. Yes, can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know what we might find him? Where we might find him? Well now, by your mask, I assume you are one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The Chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Ithelodius. Well, I've never met Hermes. You know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Morning, Logi. How you doing? Just need a drink. Got Lucozade. Sorry. Okay. There. Right. Aye, that I could. As you know, Emmett Selk and I can discern the colour of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly, and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. You're well. My voice is as soothing as ever by the sounds of things. Oh, thank you. It's very much a compliment. I appreciate it. This is much for your own enjoyment, as like it is not. But point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of the dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come on, let's find our man. Yay. I hope we get to meet Azem. So pretty. I love it. I love it so much. At least I can use the ether right now, I hope. Yay, I can use the etherite. Well, about everyone else seems to be about a proper size, so nobody else seems super tall. My role here? I specialize in the observation of flora. Some of the larger species, such as trees and so forth, continue to grow over the course of many centuries, which requires a great deal of patience on my part. Thankfully, I'm quite content to spend my days in these idyllic surroundings. Hermes!
Ah, you are...
Voices. I do like a good voiced cutscene.
Oh.
Hello, cute.
Different. You're different too.
Cute.
You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Use your words.
Wait. Please. Wait.
Go on. When was the evil in...
Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
Wow.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts.
Huh.
May we please be friends?
Yeah. Be friends?
May we please be friends?
Yeah, we'll be friends.
Ah, I see you found him.
I did. I'm like a trained puppy in the presence of these
It's
people.
Udeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
When did Hermes
Too
become
long
evil?
indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
Because I don't remember him being evil and insane. In fact, I don't remember him at all.
You were of the convocation.
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Oh, was Hermes... Oh, were they the same person?
Given your facility's purpose,
I
its
missed
remote
that.
location is something of a necessity.
I'm not good at keeping up
Would
with the
that I
names
didn't have to rely upon a guide.
and the past selves.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend?
He.
But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to...
Stumble upon. Almost literally. She's cute.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Current day Daniel, someone who has this Hermes memories. Oh, I see.
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
I wasn't paying full attention, apparently. Or I wasn't connecting them.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
She's like a harpy. Just a baby harpy.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters.
Jeez, Emmett, you're such a...
By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
He's so strict compared to his real self.
I
compared to
have
his
an inkling.
Thingy
Yes.
self.
Please wait to the main building yonder.
Compared to his Shadowbringer's self, that's it.
I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
Look at them, they're baby.
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Nemostoma is missing.
Yeah, I know it's his real self, but I misspoke.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
I meant his Shadowbringer's self. Back when when he's like a grade A troll.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish.
I like little
The
fly,
Amostomas too can fly,
little
if
axolotls.
only slightly. And they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
Oh dear.
I'll help too.
She's so sweet. Yeah, you're right though. I couldn't imagine that Hermes being Fandaniel in the later times. Or Ammon, for that matter.
What are we supposed to do with this lot?
Just leave them. Look how cute they are.
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
Yeah, they are adorable. It's not just me, is it? At certain points in this song, there's a meow sound. It makes me think it's a cat every time. I'm trying to wait for it now. I don't know how long it's going to be until it loops. But I wanted to wait and see if I could check out, because it bugs me every time. I'm like, Ellie, you here? Oh, and thank you for the hydrate, Kath. I said I only had some Lucozade, but that was because my blood sugar was getting low. I'm still waiting for the meow. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Let me hear it. Yeah, did you hear that? It was just then. It was like a low meow. And no, it's not my cat. It just happened again. It's on loop every... Ah, no, it's passed again now. But yeah, it happens toward the end of the song when it starts to loop. I shouldn't just sit here listening to the song. I know it happens, but I'm trying to... Ah. I'm just hoping other people would hear it. But oh well. Sorry. Okay, so we've got to find these little things. Right then. Okay. What time tonight are you going to be testing it? Well, mine's in my bedroom, sleeping, I think. There it is. Adventurous Ambystoma. It seems Hermes and Meteion have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an Ambystona. When it looks like an axolotl. Yet, though it has been safely extracted from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. Oh god. I was looking at her for some reason. I was like, okay, there's Hermes. Oh god. Oh. He looks ridiculous. He looks like he's dead. Just hanging helplessly. Like he's just fallen out the sky and just landed on the branches. Oh god. Poor Hermes. The Ambystoma. Hermes saw it high in the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. He broke his back. Everything is under control, I trust? Yes, rest assured this is nothing new to me. I've ended up in far more compromising positions in the course of my work. Now for your own safety, please stand back. There we go. The noble and majestic Amarotines in all their natural glory. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Meteion. Both you and, I'm Azim's familiar. Rarakumo Nonakumo, you're recalled. Call me Rara. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. Yeah? Oh. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no! I had forgotten all about its fellows! It's okay, the others are watching them. Truly? What a relief. I must thank Emmet Selk and Hithelodius when I return to them. But first, with the distractions out of the way. As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Hey. After going through Thavnir again, this is a breath of fresh air. Granted, I can't wait to fly here. Having found the wayward Ambystoma, Hermes is the picture of relief, I bet. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anorsis. No, Anorsis. Because the GN is silent. Although I didn't know that back in the day. There was a comic, or there is a comic here called The Beano, which is released, I think it's still released weekly, but it's been going on since like the 1950s, I think? And I used to get them as a kid. I used to collect them and read them. Blah, 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 blah. And the main characters were Dennis the Menace and Nasha, but it was a different Dennis to the American one, obviously. This one's like black-haired, and he wears a black and red striped jumper, and he, like, genuinely terrorizes people with pretty spiteful pranks. And he had a dog called Nasha who loved biting things. And for the longest time, when I was younger, I didn't realize that the GN was silent. So for a very long time, I used to call it Dennis the Menace and Ganasha. And I felt really silly when I realized that wasn't how it was pronounced. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the Ambistomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space, if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creatures slip away again. The only bad thing about this blanket is it's covered in, like, fluff that I guess couldn't be taken off from the cat when Mum washed it. So I've got loads of, like, little tiny lint balls and white fluffy strands all over the place now. And it's sticking to my hands. I don't like it. Blech. Anyway. It's still warm though, so I still like it. In fact, for the first time, I'm warm mostly all over, though my feet are still kind of cold. But they're far warmer than they usually are when I'm just wearing slippers. Even when I'm sitting here in the duvet. It's just all toasty. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a gemstone trader. Yeah. Oh, well. I am fluffy. Much like all my panda and bear brethren. Okay. Please be more voiced cutscenes.
This appears to be the place.
I'm glad they gave him so many lines. I like him as a voice actor as well. Although granted, I've only heard him do this and a couple of commercials.
And here is where we part ways.
He's such a good voice actor.
We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
I apologize, Emmett, but trust me, it's for the best for both of us.
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
There are reasons I cannot speak freely. Trust me.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
We'll see.
I do not object to his attendance.
Yay. Thank you, Hermes.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
You're highly irregular.
Perhaps. But I believe he can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise.
Thank you, bird friend.
Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then.
Trust me, Emmett, if I could speak freely, then I would.
Behave yourself. Do you hear?
Yes, sir. He. Hermes has Angie issues. Oh no. I think Emmett has Angie issues too.
So, it's finally happened then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor.
Oh, it's a different... Oh yeah, they swap roles, don't they?
In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all.
I am wrapped up like a
I
panda
should
in a...
not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I'm wrapped up like a sausage roll and I love it.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Aetheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it.
That's a good way of saying kicking the bucket.
A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The
You're
14
beautiful.
are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
And no, you didn't miss Fluffy Panda. Just people commenting on me being fluffy. Because of all the lint and fine hairs I seem to be gathering up from this blanket. which was washed, but apparently still clings to unpleasant fuzziness. But I did say that I was wrapped up like a sausage roll. Because I am. It's very warm. It's just also covered in fluff. Fuzz. And that I'm not so keen on. But hey, it's warm and that's what matters, right? Oh yeah, I need my hands. I'm sorry, Rarakumo. I didn't mean... It's just extra insulation. It's just that it rubs off on me and I don't like it. I don't like being covered in fluff and lint. A walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk. Yeah, I'll have to use a lint roller and find one. I mean, I think it was used... I think it did have cat hair on it, but it's been in the wash since then. But it's just that it's... now that I look at it, yeah, it's just covered in fuzz and little balls of lint and... It's everywhere and it's still coming off. And it's sticking all over my hands. Blech. Anyway. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. She's American long hair, so she sheds. Yep. Thankfully, my cat is very, very short-haired. Although not too short-haired, but she definitely gets fur all over my blankets. And my duvet covers. And my pillows. And my clothes. And my couch. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Ooh, I can teach you. I can teach you. We can take turns. I tell you something, and you tell me something. Sounds like fun. Like sharing stories. It will be. It will be. Where to start? Oh yes, let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetheryte. I know a Memnon, don't I? I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is... Also, I'll have him explain instead. She's now accompanying me. Yep. Okay. He's near the Aetheryte, so it's just down there. Okay. Gonna get some answers about stuff and things. I don't know what, but we're gonna hear it. And also talk about the Aetheryte, I guess. Is baby Garuda? Yeah, I guess she is. Wait, that's not what she actually is it? Oh yeah, she does, doesn't she? The wings on the head and the claws. I definitely thought she was a harpy. Anyway. Ah, the Aetheryte. Anyone can use the teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. Give it Ammon and Daniel based the exile on a vague memory as of Metion. That's true. And what have we here? Although you look like a person, you could easily as pass for a toy. I assume you're a familiar like Metion. Is there something you need? This is Rarakumo. Could you call me Rara? Could you teach him about Elpis? Ah, a newly arrived familiar is here. Very well, I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to him. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist, testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study, in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place, so heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Okay, Where did you come from? From a place... No, I won't make her sad. From a place far, far away. Then I probably don't know it. I don't know much about the other places. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power! I hadn't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. Okay. A creation, you say? So... Junkmonger and Mender. Oh, I've already started buying grade 8 dark matter. And I'm very glad I did. Although now I've got loads of grade 7 matter that's completely useless. Motionless bird. I like this music. It means silly times. Oh, this creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait, please, I'll try again, with you this time. Greetings, can you hear me? Hell yeah, you did this before. Posture check. Thank you, Ewan. Ugh. Bing, 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 bing. It's Undertale music again. This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I'm not actually speaking to you. Ooh. I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention. A process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. The ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings, even should they communicate via unknown languages or other non-verbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet, though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbour an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Yay. Did you hear me? Good. Now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Fighting. I am good at fighting. Ooh, fighting. That must mean you're strong. Hell yeah. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight, even when his creations fight him. Hello, bird. Staring into my soul. I think we might be bothering it. That's a very intense glare. Eh. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Euthane next. Yuanthe. She's usually in a small building, one on the west row. Okay. I'm wondering if I should go get some soup. I'm getting peckish. But then again, it's only 3 o'clock. I do want to do bean sprouts tonight. Well, if it isn't Meteon. I see you brought a friend today. Greetings, Euanthe. An apple. Could you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Rarakumo. Oh, candied apple. Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Meteion. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your abilities to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes as your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. Oh? I'm sorry, Rarakumo. I wanted to show you my favorite thing. Then I could ask about yours, but I failed. Tell her what you like. What I like. Ooh, that's what you like? Yes, yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. I don't know what it is I like, really. I like food in general. Food is a big thing I like. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Rarakumo. Well, we walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Should we go and see? Yeah. Let's get back to it. I want to hear my boys. All talking and doing their thing. Caffeine is life for this panda, yeah. I mean, if you named yourself after it. I guess playing cards. I could have said playing cards. But I do like food. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Meteion good. Rarakumo wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught him. About this place, about my power, about your favourite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate your keeping Meteion company while you were away. I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that XIV and Hythalodius will accompany me as I tend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that he is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propylaeon. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy of his presence brings Meteion. I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbours malicious intent. Rarakumo is kind, really, truly. He taught me as much as I taught him. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes? You're bound to learn lots and lots. Yeah. I mean, duh, I have to. Okay. Lives apart. Composure regained. Hermes is ready to return to his duties. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward Ambistona. I wasn't looking at the screen properly, or like out the corner of my eye I saw that thing, and I thought it was a Squirtle from Pokemon. It confused me because I saw the red and white and the blue. I was like, what the fuck? Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be some more unruly creatures around. Okay. At some point I'm going to have to take care of all the... I'm assuming there's going to be some... Oh no, there aren't. I thought there were going to be some side quest things that I had to do for the Aether Currents, but I guess not yet. Okay. Right then. This here is a new species of Petaluda we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it into the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? it is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. That's good to know. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I've received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. Yay, like Alpha, you're right. Huh. It ties back in well. You know, back when we did Amaro, or, when we set foot in Amaro at the end of Shadowbringers, I honestly thought that all of these guys were just like the shades of the Amarotines, or Amarocians, because I thought they all looked like that. I thought they were just one homogeneous whole, and they all just looked really, I thought they were all just black shades wearing black robes and everything with masks to identify them. I didn't realize that they actually looked like people. So it surprised me. Because I thought we were going to come here, and I also thought that was exactly the thing. I thought they created everything. I didn't realize that they had their own laws of what was soul, what had a soul and what didn't. Or rather, I thought they were all like full of hubris, like they knew they had the perfect society and that they all. But I guess that's how it came across because of Emmett Selk's detailing of it all. So I'm glad we've seen some. Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's why my imagination of how it was, and I guess that was intentional as well, because that's how he painted it and how it was seen, and how even how Highland's Watcher was, and now seeing it all, in person, it makes a lot more sense. Ah yes, lighting pneuma, just as the report said. I don't know how they got. Did they colour that? That's cool. I didn't realise you could dye them. I didn't check that out. Lighting pneuma, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it is in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift toward a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the pneuma here to replenish the ether. Oh, that thing. I assume. It appears Meteon is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the pneuma? By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Oh, right. Lightning elementals. Lightning converger. Using this concept crystal, anyone can harness lightning regardless of the spellcasting skill. Oh, it works for Rara then. Yay. I say Rara's an idiot, so it works for him. Oh, what? Is my depth perception just completely out of whack? What the hell am I missing? Oh, aim at the destination. Okay. Thank you, Yuna. Okay. I wouldn't have figured that out. Not for a while. Perfectly done, Rarakumo. Look. Yeah. There is no such thing as idiot-proof, in my case. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions, despite the lack of words. Just keep working on it, Calf. You'll figure it out soon, trust me. What's the first issue you're having? Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the Pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as the Pethaluda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Metion an arcane entity? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. You need to use VC Face for that, or VTube Studio, whichever you're using. Oh, wait, then you just, game capture. Just use game capture, and make sure it's all set to transparency. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythalodius, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that's all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next we will head east to Morning Dew. I need to speak with some of the observers there. Okay. Lives apart. Excuse me, Yun. Executing more things. I think that Aetherite one's gonna have to stay on permanently. Because Aetherite costs are expensive. Hermes. What now? Hey, Gobu! I didn't realise that was here too.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
Ah. So that's what they call the Ampelos. I thought it was a Gobu. Better wrap up again.
So, how are we coming along?
There they are.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Entelekis? Empathy things?
They are a
Empaths.
product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms.
Empathetic flowers.
Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
Here we go.
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. Well, it has no will of its own, It is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
So it is a real thing, as the Amarotians can confirm.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
Ah.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
Man, that'd be funny if Garuda ended up being
That you are,
the
my dear.
Exile.
And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
The Exile turned out to be the empaths that we need.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah. Don't you feel behind the times now, Emmett?
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter.
Ah, unless it's...
On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Curiosity. Learning. Companionship.
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
Dark matter makes sense.
Not that I have such grand ambitions.
Yet.
Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse.
Hmm.
The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an Enteleki. Like me. So... are we the same? Entelekis?
I don't think so. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I have been known to transcend my limits for nothing but determination is totally a thing Rara would say. Although, so is sure, I don't see why I can't be one. But if I'm thin, it's because Emmett Selk can do a proper job, is... It seems perfect. Perfectly antagonistic. Like, yeah. Oh, crap. Oh, I'll need to go back and rewatch these cutscenes and take the piss out of them another way, but... oh well. So if I'm thin, it's because Emmett Selk didn't do a proper job.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded
Oh,
thing
no.
you were.
No.
A deficit of ether alone does not an Enteleki make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis.
I definitely have emotions, but I don't...
And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, big tired beast.
Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Everything about Final Fantasy is so good when it comes to... I mean, people can say what they want about the A Realm Reborn story and about the gameplay in general, because it's an MMO. But the storytelling, the audio direction, the music, and the voice acting, and the script. Although, okay, it's not going to be like... It's probably not going to sway anyone that doesn't think video games are trash into thinking it's like a #1 stellar story that belongs on shelves, but it's so good. And it just comes together in such a beautifully done way. Anyway. Emmett Selk appears to be great deep in thought. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew. But it irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he could be persuaded to join, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation. Why did you join the convocation? What do you specialize in? What do you specialize in? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Selk was chosen for the convocation. I should be glad to share that tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're here to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. I hear a tale there. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released unto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charbadis. That is what we shall tend to next. If you would follow me, my friends, we would return to the main isle and head north. Okay. I want to hear the story about Emmett Selk, and I want to know what he has to say. I want to know what he Oh wow, that's a... Yeah, I want to know what Thelodious has to say. And also, that's a Charbadis, really? Huh. It's large and beastly. Beastie. Beastly. I understand there is a problem with one of the Charbidis. Oh shit. Fuck. As you know, Charbidis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens are created from the concepts could all fly without an issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. This third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we cannot get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such a change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. But with your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charbidis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. Intriguing. You don't know? Huh. But of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemingly as running about roadless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution. Emmett Selk, may I trouble you to move that Charbidis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Just staring like duh. Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. Hehehe. I trust you don't mind. How to tell JAQK never looked into Greek myth. He has no clue what a Charbidis is. Nope. It's very true. I have no idea whatsoever. Huh. Seems a little bit laggy. Like a frame rate drop. Oh well. Emmett Selk is out of sight. Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emmett Selk train the Charbidis. I am pronouncing it correctly, aren't I? Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents. I'm not Charbidis. Fine. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Rarakumo, I want you to go to Emmett Selk. Tell him that you have a favour to ask. Charbidis. Okay. So Charybdis. Charybdis. Charybdis, okay. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, The trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. With the chat mode in say, use your keyboard or software to indicate, I have a favor to ask. Okay. This'll go well. Charybdis. 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 Ah! Charybdis. 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 Bloody hell, Emmett, you had to walk all the way over here. Okay. Here he is, and I will ask him the favor. I'll ask him the favor out in say, very loudly. Or not. Oh, it's 'cause... Foiled by my own Britishness. Oh no you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. Ugh, I don't know what Hithelodius is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. If Hithelodius is to be believed, relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-weary Emmett Selk. With the chat mode in say, please please, Emmett Selk. Here we go. Yeah.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
Yes, I am. You miss me pestering Emmett Selk.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so.
Charybdis.
And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Selk. Please teach her to fly.
I spent 3 attempts trying to say, I have a favor to ask. And I got it wrong every single time until I realized that I was spelling it with a U. Because favor, British.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Would he? Would he really?
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Uh-huh. Dum-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-ba-bum.
Please, Emmett Selk. Please.
Ah, Hithelodius is such a troll. They're all trolling each other sooner or later. Emmett Selk becomes a troll. Hithelodius is a troll.
I did not come all this way to play
Asim's a troll.
nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
She's cute, and you know it, Emmett. Yeah, there's the snappy boy. Hey! I've got that. I use that.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Yeah. Collector's Mount lore. Yay. I like it.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Yeah. I wish I had another drink. Like a tea. I could do with a coffee. Oh, just a tea. A tea would be good. Like my Japanese tea kettle Lady Earl Grey I had the other day. That'd be nice.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation.
I'd be more surprised if you didn't have to.
Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it?
His eyes are so pretty.
Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree.
That explains Amaro.
If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them.
That explains a lot.
Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow.
He's talking about me.
His antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him.
He.
They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world.
Man, Hitholodius is a
and
bro.
when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star.
Aww.
Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you.
I wonder why.
I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
We get it. We're Azem. Cool.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Yay! A Charybdis.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on.
Charybdis.
Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Flo, Zodiac, and Emmett and Azem fighting to kill each other, yeah. Sad. When you put it like that, it does kind of put a dampener on it. Oh well. Man, now I'm sad again. Thanks, Yuna. I forgot that this was was still a bad timeline. God damn it. Yeah, I know, and now that I've realized that, I'm suddenly much sadder. So thanks for reminding me. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Rarakumo and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed. With this, we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion, if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. Oh man. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Man, that is kind of sad. It's very different. As is, I wonder what Emmett thinks of that. Hermes. I'm fine, don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Ananorsis for now. Ananorsis. I can't believe I've only been streaming for about 2.5 hours. It feels like so much longer. Not that I'm complaining. It feels like I've done so much. Oh crap. When really I haven't. I've just watched a bunch of people talk. I mean, granted, I've been enthralled by it, but it feels like I've seen and done so much more than I actually have. What? Want to apologise for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. I saw Hythlodius laugh then. Something seems to be weighing on Hermes' mind. Tell me, Rarakumo, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Dynamis. Dynamis seemed promising. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The Lycaon. I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby occupites, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself, and the occupites were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Lycaon that is to blame. Their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it might not be suited to release, I've no doubt that the Bureau would accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once the paperwork is all in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path of the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doros is still there, however. What's this about? Hermes, wait! If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. Dun, dun, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so what's happened now? And there's the ether, right? The ether, whatever it's called. Ether current quest. I think there are any others though. Nah, it just looks like that one. Have you gotten in yet, Una? Nope, apparently not. What's the Q2 now on your end? Yggdrant? Just avoid that and figure out where the Layakoan is. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. Alakeon is indeed responsible. 150 in front of you and you kind of lost all will to play since you've been making dinner and then go back into the queue. Oh, can you not just go back and forth and keep yourself logged in? But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doris must have taken it away. That's what I do. I set timers now so I can just go back and forth from my kitchen. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Because you can still play later. Emmett Selk and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Lycaon did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you have finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Rarakuma. Come, come. It's down this path and over the bridge. Off to a land far away. Oh, whoops. Okay, over that way. This place is bigger than I realised. Oh yeah, I didn't actually look all around. I just thought there was like that. And then little things off the sides. I didn't realise it was a whole map. Which I should have done, but I just didn't. And caffeine has you recharged now, good. Grips. Just gonna keep running and get out the range of the grips. Ooh, nightmare horse. Okay. Right. There it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros too. He's the man with long blonde hair. I think. I'll know him when I see him. Yep, Meteor's now, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Long blonde hair, she thinks. Also need to get the ether right. Blonde-haired woman. It's not a man, but never mind. If you're with Meteon, I assume you're on an errand for Hermes. What can I do for you? Sorry, wrong person. We're looking for Doros. Ah, I see. We do have similar hair, so people often mistake us from afar. I hope you find him soon. Dark-haired man, nope. Do I have to look at all the blonde-haired man? I'll go and look at him. Well, they have similar hair, so if they have similar hair, then maybe it'll be that easy. Well, if his hair's long... His hair's long, so it's not going to be him. Nope. Oh wait, or was her hair long? I didn't really zoom in very well. Doros, that's Doros. Oh, okay. Well now, this is Meteon. What brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard a familiar voice. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Lycaons, I believe. Where are they now? Or Lycaons. Out in the fields in restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Kitsis. Once I've submitted my report, I'll see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that a Lycaon slaughtered occupites. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion they are not fit to be released. Aye, I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycaons would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behaviour was unchanged. Kairos? A memory configuration system. The Chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive, and potentially dangerous, depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions. Pashtero may wish to have words with you. Rest assured I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief. Let's not be so melodramatic. What is born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the age of Kairos, we'll remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we'll unmake it. It is all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat unto the world. Yet, insignificant though their individual lives may be, next to all creation, it is all the Lycaons have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there. What's a Lycaon? Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion, that Emmett Selk may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray show them to the meeting room. Hey, it's a Uni! Hello, Uni. I see you. Yeah. You did get in. Hello. See you in the chat. To man, other beings are just things, to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. You need me an Enterlecky to feel the weight bearing down on Hermes. I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time... Metion, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting, I'll stay with Rarakumo. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Metion in your care again? I'm in your debt, if you'll excuse me. Bum ba bum bum bum. Oh, wait. Can you help me with something, Rarakumo? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most, of all the creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong, better in some way. But flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. and I want you to search with me. Let's start here at the 12 Wonders. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Accompanying. So all the flowers in the garden. Tree in bloom. I forgot trees could have actual flowers on. I always think of them as just, you know, giving fruit or just giving leaves. Vibrant purple flowers bigger than your hands adorn the tree. Oh, so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. So something a little bit less bright. A tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. Okay. So how many flowers are we going to end up finding, I wonder? Oh, shit. Nearly forgot. I have to take her with me. Whoops. I cannot ride off on my mount, otherwise she disappears and goes back to wherever it was we first grouped up. I was hoping to just be quicker. An array of beautiful flowers grow in their bed, the mix of colours forming a pattern. It's pretty. These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine, though. Let's keep looking. Well, there's some more there, but familiar plant. Oh, I know you. You're one of the weed flying things. Stuck on a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerising its undulations. Oh, Conion, flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Rarakumo, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon. Oh, of course we will. So all these hedged in flowers are under observation or poisonous. It's worrying. I like all the things have their own names here as well. Like the Grips, originally a griffin. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing around here. Ah! Over there, Rarakumo. Something big. Huge. That's a cactus. Oh, not that. Hey, it's a Morble. Hey! Malodorous grass. Hello, Morble. You're gross. A terrible stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the Morble-like creature before you. It's an Adonis. The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Rarakumo? Would he like it? Probably not. It's probably not the good sort of memory. Okay, I hope you have fun, and I hope it goes well. I'll check in if I get done with my stream too. So I hope you have a good time. So not this one either. Finding a good flower, it's harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Rarakumo, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there. I'll pick something after that, I promise. Oh wait, no, not the mount. And Yun is done finalizing all voyages for the submarines, which I forget the purpose of. Oh, right, okay. God damn it. I hope it works well, at least. pretty soon I'm not going to actually be doing any damage, so at some point I'm going to have to go back and run through a couple of the other dungeons over and over again to actually gear up. Either that or actually start wearing the gear that I've been getting in the boxes. But I always hate wearing that gear because then I just upgrade it moments later. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. And the glam, don't forget to get all the glam. Yep, that too. Oh, nothing here. Shiny thing over there. What could it be? Besides, I want to see what the other gear is like in the dungeons. Shiny object. Well, I was saying that if the gear all looks like the turban thing, because I guess it's more of like an Indian sort of Arabian style, and I don't really like that kind of look. Ooh, Elpis flowers, they're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelecchies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes though. For others, they're always white and bright. Yeah, they're always grey in Labyrinthos as well. Truly? The flower was dark in your home. Then do you have it too? A dark emotion? I have known the pain and sorrow of loss. A number of people. I see. Hermes has known the same. The feeling that a part of you is gone. Again and again. But no one notices. Please, Rarakumo, won't you lend it to me? Your pain and sorrow? I want you to make the flower dark. In front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone. That others are sad too. I can make it sad. I specialize in making things sad. Truly? You'll do it? It's what I do. Is make things miserable. Thank you, Rarakumo. Thank you. It means more than I can say. Just call me Rara. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. It sounds like a good idea. Let's go back and say, hey, I've got these very sad flowers for you. Basically created out of pure trauma. And back. Okay. It seems they're still talking. Let's wait until they've finished.
Hermes!
Yay, more voices. I get to wrap up again.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
Of course. You're a bud now. Oh, you're my bud now.
Finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision.
It's not a good one, is it?
My thanks for keeping Meteon company.
It's okay.
Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms.
We can hang
There
out
is
for a
room
bit
for you
longer.
too, if you would follow me.
Oh.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on.
Okay.
You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Mission has shared much with you. May we talk a moment?
He has some... He has a bit of a weird face. Whose face does he have? I recognize it, but also I can't place it. He's Hoshaphan's face. Ah.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to
I didn't
make it a
realize
better
that.
place.
I didn't think that Hoshaphan's
And yet, in carrying out my duties
mouth
here,
was that
there are
wide.
times when I am plagued by doubt.
It looks like he could have a slasher grin.
Do you
But
recall
you're right,
what
I see it.
Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man.
That makes sense.
Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world,
Little
afforded
hedgehogs.
a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished.
Aw.
We make an effort to spare them the pain.
Look at the
They
cat.
sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Alpes, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Oh, I could tell you all about suffering.
Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis. who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life.
I get the feeling
As
that's
one might
important.
expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Come, Meteion. Let's head back.
All right!
Yeah, I'm willing to bet those sisters are going to cause a problem at some point. Or are going to be related to something. Or maybe they'll be the next plot of the next expansion. Because if they were already released and searching for life, then it didn't matter that Amaro got destroyed. They must just be out there somewhere. Boom, bam. The next day is here. Hermes appears solemn and sorrowful. An all too brief interlude perhaps, but it is time I attended to my next task. As Emmett Selk and Hytholodius are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Leoconis. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Duros has followed the correct protocols, and as Chief Overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Leocones would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild. They cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose, hazardous life form. Hytholodius has pledged to support me in this endeavour. Yet, whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lyconis have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we have but to accompany you. Of course, let us be off then. We return to the main aisle. Some side quests. Why does it do that every time? Side quests. I guess next we'll be heading up there. The Poiten Oikos. I would have really liked to be bros with all these guys. You know? Be nice to hang out with them one-to-one. It's nice that we're actually, like, I thought the entire journey here was going to be us just watching stuff, but knowing that we've interacted with them, that makes me happier, even if the ending in the long run is sad, because we knew them when they were good people, and before all tragedy struck. Oh, it's these things. Hey, I've got these. Ah, Mount Law. More Mount Law. Managam. Hey. Neat. Ah. Wait, what's it say about the... Some say that Managam is merely a myth. Others believe it to be an extinct beast. Both are wrong, as you well know. According to Abelathian legend, this fearsome hound roams the celestial sphere in pursuit of the moon, whose light it relishes, or so it may appear to those who witness its soaring skies, spawning spectral flames. I should have been the one to feed your dark hound with light. from an ancient epic. Ah. Interesting. And I've got a mini version. Got a little tiny baby version that I ride on. Doros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles. They became frenzied, even more so than usual. I was able to stop 4. The other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 have taken to the air above the 12 Wonders. The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Rarakumo handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emmett Selk, unneeded though it is. Metion, you are to stay here with Doros. But Hermes! The Lycaons must be captured. Something. This is my burden, not yours, but if you are intent in helping, then please follow my lead. I got stuck on trying to say Lycaonis, or Laicons, or whatever it is. Oh, serious time. Serious music. I was about to try and take to the sky and then remembered I can't fly yet. Okay. Let's see how well I handle this or not, given that I am lower in gear level than they are. I appreciate your help and lament that it is necessary. There it is, our quarry, within striking distance at present, but it feels threatened. If it feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here is my plan. You will approach slowly, in full view, draw the Lycaon's attention. Now I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaughts for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Let us begin. Okay. At least my shield's holding up. Oh, I can also, also heal myself through the lasers. And laser it twice. Okay. Oh, round 2. This shouldn't be too difficult, actually, although I wish now that I'd saved my, whatever you call it. My lasers and my orbs. Although maybe they're actually weaker than the other ones. They might actually be, if you think of it. Oh wow, I didn't realise that Caracol... I hadn't realised I hadn't read the actual... Oh wait, unless that's a bonus. Unless that's an enhanced trait. No, I guess not. I just didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't realise that Caracol actually had a shield effect and a regen effect. I didn't realise there were 2 regens. That's amazing. I've just been using it as a shield. Duh. That makes it so much better. Silly me.
Now.
And thus, we did end its life.
Oh.
Oh.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me.
It would have eaten you, Fandaniel.
May you and your kin find peace.
And you know it would have eaten you.
Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas.
He's such a sympathetic man, isn't he?
Be not forgotten. In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star?
That's the
And when the
Fandaniel,
star
you know.
has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right.
That I hadn't considered.
And to be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
I hadn't actually considered that. If he accepts, then... Yeah.
Please, don't be angry. It hurts so.
He's got to feel emotion. Can't help that.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I don't think we have.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Sounds good.
Aye.
Yeah, so I didn't consider just how much pressure there would be to say yes to replacing your predecessor, I guess. Because it means, yes, you'll take it and they can die. I mean, obviously, that's what they've been discussing, but I didn't consider that, and that's dark. It's like, I just thought, oh, well, you can now take their job, and then, you know, because who wouldn't want to take the superior's job? Then knowing that by doing that, you're like, yeah, okay, you can die now. That's really dark. Very heavy. The other Lycaons have been taken care of. The incident is resolved, and life in Elpis continues as normal, or ends as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet, never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? Oh, you'll find out. Trust me. Hypholodius wishes to discuss plans for the remainder of your visit. Where to now? If there is anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, then allow me to remain your humble guide. And what of you, Rarakumo? Will you continue along with us? Wonderful. Our fellowship travels on unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis, and see what new encounters there are to be had. If you would follow me, we will first head back towards Ananorisis. God, I hate that name. Ananorisis. That was it. Ananorisis. Ba-dum-bum-bum. It's another one. Oh wait, that was the one from earlier. Okay, so... Ananorisis. Such a damn hard name to pronounce. Or just read, even. But I am getting hungry. And I've also got roulettes that I can do. So I might... What time is it? In half an hour at 5, I think I might take a break, shut off the stream for a bit, get some stuff done, and then I'll have dinner and come back a little bit later. Like 9 or something my time. Noom goes the potato, quick as possible. From here, we follow the path northwards to Notonius. There we will find one of the teleporters which facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. First-time travellers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We need only use the device together once, and henceforth you will have leave to use it freely. Shall we? It's either that or I could play a different game tonight. I've got Happy's Humble Burger Barn to play, which is an interesting horror game. So I could play that instead of more Final Fantasy. But, I wonder. For now, I guess I'll just hope to finish things off here, in this zone, before I go and make dinner. I'm doing stir-fry tonight. Here we are. Notonius. This teleporter will take us to, fuck's sake, Kalimelios Zephyros, the western island. That's it right there, looming large over us. Step this way and we can soon admire the view from above. God, I hate the names. They're just becoming more and more obtuse. Both the names in Thavnair and the names here are nearly impossible.
I present to you Kalimelios Zephyros.
It's pretty. About as pretty as the other place anyway.
Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos.
Poiton Oikos.
Right then. Let's begin by...
Spriggan!
Well, well. An Arrayus. How delightful.
I like Spriggan. Oh no, are you stealing gems? Naughty little Spriggan. Oh, wow.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Oh,
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
huh.
Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept.
So yes, sharks
At
with
first,
legs.
they were largely orthodox. Consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight. Another, superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. Part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Yeah, it is. Oh dear. Oh. Incoming Dragoon. Ah. Ooh. Who are you?
That was too close. Are you unharmed?
Hmm.
Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar
Wait,
faces...
that's Heidelin.
Banar, that we should meet you here.
Yay, Heidelin.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star.
Uh-huh.
Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
For the better, it seems.
Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
Ah.
It has
Wow.
been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well.
It's all linking up now.
Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Oh, Emmett. You look like a Kingdom Hearts boss.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
In fact, he does. He looks
How
like
is he,
he
if
looks
I
like the
may
big
ask?
bad.
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
I'm guessing we're not going to meet Azem,
Oh,
though.
you know I am.
He?
Now then, you are?
Nice to see you.
I say, have you perchance come from the future? I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
That sounds rather like the Blessing of Light. Although she wouldn't know either of these things. None of them would understand either of these concepts, so... Doesn't really matter.
I see you are not ignorant to its presence. And while there are many protective spells, the one you bear is unmistakably mine.
Hold on. From the future?
That's worrying.
That's absurd.
That's worrying. And absurd. But worrying, mostly.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Correct.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
Sadly. Because they're all Amarotines.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future.
Uh-huh. Trust me, it doesn't work out well for any of us.
Until a moment finally arrives,
Mostly you.
we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us.
Uh-huh.
More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest.
Tell she used to be an asthma because she frustrated him herself. Hell
Will you
yeah.
not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
That's not how it works. I mean...
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
I mean, to be fair, I had to.
As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Your representation doesn't mean anything to me. Let's give you the big puppy dog eyes instead. Oh.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos.
Shut up, Emmett Selk. I killed you before and I'll do it again if I have to. Your past self.
We were meant to meet. I am certain of it.
Mm-hmm.
Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Well. This got suddenly even more intriguing. This whole chapter is amazing. I love it. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept engraved crystal, and the quick-fingered Aureus which made off with it. An Aureus, you say? I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would, of course, lead us only to the Aureus, but there is no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. Okay. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading up to the Poiton Oikos. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Okay. Let's go find a crystal before we can get back to the story. Because I want to hear more story. What the hell? Melanian. Oh, okay, avoid that. Melanian. Dang, this all got very, very, very serious all of a sudden. I mean, it was already pretty serious, but now knowing what we do and knowing that they know that we know something, it's pretty intense. They know that we know. What is it? No. Oh, well, I guess it is that they know that we know something about them. But they don't know what we know. What? Oh, crap. Level 87. Okay, so now I need to switch back to Reaper. Oh, wait. I've got better gear, too. There we go. Okay. I'm probably going to be too low below the next thing anyway, although there should be an 87 dungeon coming up, so I should be able to do that, and then that should boost me anyway. Our last searcher returns. I am afraid the Aureus no longer had the crystal, nor was I able to find it as I followed in its wake. I don't suppose you fared any better? I did. Scintillating crystal, upon which is stored some manner of esoteric concept. Although I remember, Yun, that Bun said that you did the level 87 dungeon and you died multiple times on the last boss. That the 87 dungeon is really cool. The crystal! Well done! Wonderful. Now I can focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? Yep. I have often been asked to do so. Oh, you too. Some of us seem destined to always be searching, for ourselves and for others. Long ago, when I held the seat of Azem, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I am still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interest require my personal attention. This is what brings me to Elpis, in fact. Many times has my presence been requested, my opinion sought concerning the habitat of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is that the way one thing leads to another. Wouldn't you agree? Oop. Okay, Venat is in a cheerful mood. Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, 'tis time I return this stolen property. If you would go on ahead to my accommodation, I will join you as soon as I have attended to that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Okay. I want to know what's going to happen next. Oh man. It's good. It's good. It's getting good. It's getting real good. Okay. Why is Emmett... Oh, okay, that was them. Welcome to my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I put on some tea. So... delicious tea. I do like tea. Might make myself some more tea, actually.
Ah, a wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Oh, right. And you can always assume whenever one of these starts that I'm fidgeting around because I'm trying to wrap myself in the blanket again so that my arms are covered whilst the talking is going on.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit.
The hell are sweetmeats?
There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like.
The hell is a sweetmeat?
Now then, will you tell us your tale?
Uh-huh. Well, as much as I can without ruining things for you. Or will I? I have to remain silent. A calamity called the Final Day. Oh well. A calamity called the Final Days has befallen the world.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
I like how you can just barely see the... I wanted Rara to look like he has a blinded eye. And I wanted to make it look as though he has like scarring around the eye. So I used some paint and tried to match it just slightly off his usual skin color. When it zooms in, you can kind of just faintly make it out around his eye. It's a bit clumsy, but it works, I think. Am I telling them about them? About everything? Oh my god. I'm just spilling all the beans, am I? I'm just telling them what? Am I just telling them everything?
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
Oh my god.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous.
Oh sure, this is the most unbelievable thing.
What of you, Vanar?
I mean, them believing it is still, you know.
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future whence he came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital and Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which he must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any, but we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Or is she? Maybe that's where
Listen
this is
to
going.
yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman.
I'm sorry, but
To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem.
yeah, and you tried to.
Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory.
When you lost everyone, I don't think.
Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable?
Because video game story.
Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me.
Yeah, I take
But
offense
I
to this
would
portrayal.
never forsake my duty.
Don't be
I
this
would
way, sir.
never forsake my brethren.
Silly Emmett.
You do not know me.
I probably don't, but
I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again. Emmett Selk, wait!
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
Emmett's rage quit, yeah. Hermes and Meteon are somehow involved. I think that Dynamis is also the key to this, but heck.
Hermes and his creation Meteon, you say? If Dynamis is the self-same energy as Akasha, as it likely seems, then those two may well be at the center of the calamity to come. This warrants further investigation.
Time for dinnies. Go and enjoy your food.
With that settled,
Union.
tis time for action.
I'm definitely going to use
The missing
trust.
pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. Now suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest. Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azam described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
I hope not. I want to believe he'll come back and be better. But anyway, I think with that, I'm going to call it here for now. And I'm going to go make food and maybe do my roulettes and stuff like that. So, thank you everyone for coming to hang out with me. And thank you for, being here whilst I did all my stuff and went through the story, because I'm really excited about how much more we found now. And I've had a good time. But I'll be back to play some more later, or I might play a different game. I might play a horror game or something like that. But we'll see. Because I am having fun, and I'm really glad now just how much more story we've found. And how much the story is developing at this point. Which is far more interesting than it was in Thavnair, that's for sure. So yeah, I'll see everyone later, hopefully. And otherwise, I hope you have a good night, or a good day. So, goodbye for now. Goodbye! Goodbye.